So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence.
Big chance! And there's an early warning shot across the bow. And he's only too happy to take that back. And it's Royce. That's a cute ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Shot a goal! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Zanetti kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And he's managed to get... There's the shot! He scores! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Madrid grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
First quarter of an hour gone. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Cantona might just make this. And that has left him in a heap. Maldini has given away a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
The pass has gone astray. Chance! That had everyone off their seats.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And here's Dembele. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. What a throw in. And that's definitely not his best. Oh, that's well spotted. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, sweet feet. And this is Messi. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And this is Hullet. Shoots! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Zico goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Not the most accurate pass. Xavi Alonso. And here's Dembele. Royce. Oh, important interception. 30 minutes gone. Zico. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, that was vital. Now he's got space here. Madrid trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Royce. And he's picked out the run. Oh, cracking. And the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Bullet is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. Oh, and he shoots! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Nicely weighted ball. Pullet. Pullet proves just a little bit too strong. And he's cut it out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run.
And Messi! It's in for the pieces! He's done very well to get to that.
Beckham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
This possibly the last play of the half. And he's managed to get rid. Tries to play it through. Lobbed in behind. Nicely worked. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Zanetti. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
So it's back to business. Played into space. Now it's Dembele. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through. Now that's a mighty effort! Well, now it's a race for the ball. This time, surely! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Pullet is there, and he can pick it up. And this is Pullet. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So, third corner of the game. Zico with the short one. Now it's Zico. Madrid with another corner. So their fourth corner of the game. They've played it short. Ball's gone out of play. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. He won't be happy with that one. Japan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Oh, it's Ibrahimovic! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Japan have their second corner now. And that has been knocked clear.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Xavi Alonso. Can he get on the end of this? Hit! It's a loose ball. Zico. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now, can they get him away? Zanetti makes the interception. Japan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And here's Hullet. Now there's a fine ball. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Beckham really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
That's an imaginative pass. Van der Sar with the clearance. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Threads one in. He has a look up. Chance for a shot! And again the keeper stands strong. They're up to 5 corners now. Japan are looking to go forward now. And it's Luis Suarez. Ibrahimovic tries a shot! Oh, he's been caught napping! And he's following up! Goal! Japan! And they're back in front! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Japan get themselves into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Messi has a look inside the box. It's Luis Suarez! And that would have been game, set and match.
Suarez really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
El dorsal 19 serán sustituidos por
Just eases him off the ball.
El dorsal
And the through ball.
15, Berbatov.
He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline.
Se va a realizar un cambio de
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And no, that was never going to make it. Nicely aimed pass. Vieira cuts out the pass. Roberto Baggio. And there's green grass ahead of him. Shot could be on.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Very much into the last knockings. And this is Hullet. Oh, perfectly measured that. Ibrahimovic chasing after it. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Now it's Hullet. That's been slipped through. Figo is looking to influence the game from out wide. And it's Zanetti. Now it's Hullet. Stood up well to him there. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Japan pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Boca Juniors.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running.
Well, as box office names go, Peter, David Beckham is right up there.
Yeah, he gets the turnstiles clicking, that's for sure, but footballing qualities?
Well, I think any defence is going to be nervous because of the sheer quality.
And the finish! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Cross flung in towards the middle. Czech deals with that, nice and simple. Totti, Cruyff. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. It's just beyond his reach. Busquets. Here's Maradona. Looking for options for movement. Oh, he's found support out wide. Baresi. Busquets. He's a sharp little ball here. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking...
Shoots! Goal! Boca Juniors! And Boca Juniors take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 6, Johan Cruyff.
Japan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And this is Bale. He's got away. Chance! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Beckham with a real chance here.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
Beckham! It's hit the crossbar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Busquets. Maradona. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, they can break here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Boca Juniors clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Del Piero. Del Piero was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That's a throw. Pull it. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Del Piero has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Japan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Oh, that's a fine interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Del Piero. And this is Ibrahimovic. Totti. Can he get on the end of this? And that pass just didn't quite work. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Maradona. Roberto Carlos. And it's Cruyff. Knocks it into space. He's in plenty of space here. And it's hoisted clear. That's gone for a throw-in. Suarez receives it in a wide position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Totti. And it's Maradona. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, that's fabulous. Roberto Carlos. Totti. Now it's Luis Suarez. Pass somewhat off target. Hakimi. Beckham is one whose deliveries we all know about. Boca Juniors finding their passes. Looking for a runner. Chance here to counter. Roberto Carlos spots it and intercepts. There's the whistle for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Japan really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. He is through here. And it's Totti. And he's well positioned here. Ferdinand did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Cross from Hakim. And the shot! Well, it was a decent attempt in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
He's on it. Can he get away? And the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
He's having a go! Decent enough try.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Roberto Carlos. Busquets. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And here's the chance to counter. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Beckham. And this is Del Piero. Chance for a shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Japan have it back and can go again. Turns back here, probably the best option. Busquets is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Del Piero. Played into space. No luck with that dink over the top. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Del Piero. Pirlo. And the pass is intercepted. Baresi. Busquets. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Pirlo. Now that looks a decent ball. Busquets. And here's Del Piero. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Totti. Cruyff. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Played in by Roberto Carlos. Luis Suarez. Ibrahimovic might just make this. Beckenbauer cuts out the pass. Beckham. Very nicely done. Del Piero. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Cruyff. Beckham providing an outlet on that flank. Climbs up big!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Cruyff. Oh, that's delightful. Beckenbauer gets good distance on it. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Now it's Cruyff. Oh, played right into his path. Picked up. Big chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitutions taking place.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Rijkaard.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. He won't be happy with that one. So just one extra minute for stoppages. And smartly reclaimed. And that is that. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
I think it gets a...
Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Messi plays it short. Well read, and the danger is averted. Japan have the chance to go the other way. Beckham proves too strong. Alessandro Costa-Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect leading of the game, and all done with immaculate discipline.
Oh, such a clever touch. And it's Gattuso. Best.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Strong running down that left flank. He's through here. Luis Suarez. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Opts for safety. Van Dijk. Cannavaro. Pelé. First quarter of an hour gone. Pelé in acres of space out wide. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Messi. Looking for the run. And that is There's the shot! Goal! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So we have our breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
It's a promising position, and this is Luis Suarez. That's the keeper's ball. Pelé plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Japan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Costa-Curta. Gattuso. And it's Messi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's the chance to counter. Vieira. He's looking wide. Vieira receives it in a good position here. Goes for a shot! They've done it! And they're at it again in double quick time. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Vietnam are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Bullet has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Well, he pushed his luck to the very limit, and the refs just lost patience with him.
Cannavaro. to Messi. Pelé. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, easy pickings there. Vieira. And it's Gattuso. Now it's Hullet. Tries to pass it through. Can he get it through? Luis Suarez. And this is Beckham. Brilliantly cut out. And they've got a throw. Oh no, what has happened here? Vieira. Now it's Pelé. He is just caressing the ball. Japan are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Best. Decent progress down the left. And he's picked it up out wide. Best. It's a mighty effort! Cleared without hesitation. Gattuso. That's a lovely, neat pass. And this is Hullet. Vieira, set up one goal so far. Pelé. A lot of space there. It's Pelé! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Pelé simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And it's been taken short. Stood up well to him there. And the first 45 minutes are up. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And now, please turn towards the screen for a special presentation featuring our guest performers today.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Messi. Gattuso is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Pelé. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable match. And a chance! Yes! And they are pulling clear here.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin along. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Japan against Leverkusen.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we're underway. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the best.
Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez! And they can counter here. Pirlo gets a foot in here. And this is Ibrahimovic.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Messi. Great vision. Good read, needed to be. Thuram. Well, that's been cut out, well played. That's a cute ball. Thuram. Now he's off and running. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Bullet. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Danger averted for now. Now it's Luis Suarez. Moved on forwards. Nicely aimed pass. Best. Bullet is always scanning the pitch for targets. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Some really good ball movement. Bullet. Bullet gets into a good position. Now it's Belling. And he shoots! And it's Vieira. He's on it, can he get away? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's Ibrahimovic! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, and another try! He's missed, but not by that far.
I think his face smacks of disbelief as opposed to disappointment. He thought he was about to score.
Maldini makes the interception. Now it's Luis Suarez. Can he get on the end of this? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Maldini pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Look at the space here. Oh, the ball's run loose here. So what can they make of this? Japan ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Played into space out wide. He's found the way through. Oh, well played. That has not gone well. Has a look and plays it forward.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And this is Bullet.
Bayer Leverkusen have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
That has ended up in no man's land. Driving on and making good progress. Beckham has it out wide and in space. Terrific header! Went with his head but couldn't steer it in.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now it's Luis Suarez. That looks a cracking ball. Luis Suarez! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Luis Suarez. Japan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Now, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Pass is just off target. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, it's Ibrahimovic! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And they've got rid. Ibrahimovic. Luis Suarez. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps, the only things lacking. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Japan head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
Lost children's announcement with the father of a boy in a blue hat.
And we're off again.
To the information center.
A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Oh, that's a key interception. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Lam. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. Japan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Oh, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Bellingham. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Nedved. And this is it. And the finish! Oh, taken with style. Bayer Leverkusen back on level terms. Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Japan can breathe again. Just. He's had a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Backward it goes. Oh, he's been caught napping. Has another go. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's a good ball. Hangs in a cross. He rises. Goal! Japan! And they're back in front. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Japan get themselves into the lead. Luis Suarez! It's off target and by quite a way.
Japan certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Bayer Leverkusen are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. Ibrahimovic. Nedved, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Lahm plays it in.
Bayer Leverkusen really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Messi is fouled. Well, he's playing innocent. He has every reason to.
Substitution for Japan, number 19, Messi. Number 11, Suarez. Number 23, Ibrahimovic. Coming on the field, number 15, Neymar. Number 9.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go.
Number 20, Cantona.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Cruyff, and he's worked it through. He's in a great position here. Big header! In for the pieces! They've scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening.
And he's had a hit! Good strike, quite an alarm.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Gremio have the chance to go the other way. And this is Neymar. Tries to play it. There's the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Well, we always look the favourite there. Vieira goes on a run down the left wing. Great vision. Mbappe. Pirlo gets a foot in here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Mbappe. He is through here. Mbappe stood his ground strongly. Vieira played out wide. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Looking for a runner. Luis Suarez. And this is Figo. It's a mighty effort! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's been slipped through. And he's managed to get free. Chance for a shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Gremio have their second corner now. Roberto Carlos with the short one. Played into the box, terrific header! Oh, crossbar! Japan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Messi. He's through here. He's got away. Japan have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. It's their second corner of the game. Chooses to go back. He's going for goal. It's loose. Has another go. So, third corner of the game. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And now a sudden chance to counter.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Ball is over the line. And it's Koku. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair.
Neymar! Goal! Gremio! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Gremio have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. No, he's not getting past him there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And the shot! Well, now that's another chance! Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about.
Japan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And this is Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Roberto Carlos. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Ibrahimovic! They've got to be quick to recover this. Ibrahimovic. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Messi. Knocks it into space. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Davids, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Thuram demonstrating his defensive quality there.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Van Dijk. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's been flattened there. A lot of space, and Messi! That comes as a mighty relief. Now it's Luis Suarez, Messi, Figo, Messi, and that's the keeper's ball. And we hit half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we are back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Threads one in. Can he finish? And that is doing no harm at all.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, smashing header! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Really fierce, close defending. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Neymar. Can he get it through? And he cuts out the supply.
Japan have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Great chance! Goal! Japan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Japan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Japan go into the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have...
Header! Sticks it away! 3! He is flying! A vast presence, and there is no stopping him. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Well, he pushed his luck to the very limit, and the refs just locked...
He's had a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Luis Suarez. He's through, now is he in? Davids. Roberto Carlos. He's being urged to shoot. Has a look and place it forward. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid.
Ibrahimovic. Oh, shooting chance! He's been caught on it here. Zanetti crosses. That has ended up in no man's land. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Closing in on goal. And it's Neymar. He's away! Neymar! And somehow he managed to miss it.
It's a good effort, and you can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
He's had it taken off him. Now it's Mbappe. Bullet. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Zanetti. This is promising. Japan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Vieira. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Well-timed, excellent interception. Ibrahimovic might just make this. that has not gone well. Messi. Figo. And this is Luis Suarez. He's having a shot! Davids, who's set up well. This time, surely! And it's there! And they are cruising away. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Now it's Luis Suarez. Vieira. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ferdinand does really well to win the ball there. Messi is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. And it's Messi. It's a really well-measured ball.
Minutes has been
Ball
indicated.
has bounced loose now. Quality ball. He's found a way through. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Tempers are flaring. The referee really needs to get a grip again. Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. This then an ideal chance to cut the deficit. Grêmio get their fourth corner. Vieira into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And that's that. Japan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Ibrahimovic
And
doing
now,
what he
to all
does
members of
best,
the crowd,
just
I'd
running
like
the
to
show.
ask you to join me in wishing our
How would you
birthday
summarise what
boy
we've
a
seen today
very
then, Jim?
special
Japan
birthday.
definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running. Well, we all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football, but what can we expect from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team create space and make good use of it. I expect him to be running the show and adding a touch of class to proceedings.
Winning with style, and that's what he has always been about.
Always.
Robertson calmly anticipates. And the counter is on. Pirlo does well to get it back. Deftly out wide. That has not gone well. Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer takes a look up. Robertson is wide and looking to get onto this. Now it's Luis Suarez. And it's Luis Suarez. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Now it's Beckham. Now it's Messi. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Could move up a gear here. Robertson. Can he get on the end of this? Raul, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he was quick to react. Played into space. Good ball over the top. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
He's given the time to pick a pass. Pirlo is always looking to break lines. Bale. Luis Suarez. Can he get it through?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Header! And he passes it long. Good take, and is he in? Dunk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Beckham, and the pass is intercepted.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball. Terrific header!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Raul. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Robertson cuts it out. Now it's Bellingham. And he cuts out the supply. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Messi. It's Hullet. And it's Messi. Cruyff. Robertson. And that's put paid to a promising move.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And claimed it back swiftly. Luis Suarez. Can he finish? Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Pirlo.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh no, what has happened here? And this is Ibrahimovic. Raul. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, that's well spotted. It's run loose here. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Luis Suarez. Nesta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And the first half is done. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Japan leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments and it's 1-0 at the break.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're expecting traffic to be heavy after the final whistle today. Substitution on the field. Number 9, Raul. Number 17.
There's the start of the second half.
Number 6.
Japan really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Nesta is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Totti will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bale. Now, can they get him away? Looking for options for movement. Plays a sharp little ball here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
Some inspired work that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
Aimed beyond the defence. Costa Curta. Time and again they are repelled. Pullet. And he's intervened well there. Liverpool looking to pass their way through. He has found the way through. Crossed into the middle. And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, well played, well played. Quarter of an hour into the second half.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Totti. No, that's overhit. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
That's a good run down the left. Tries to play it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well measured. And that is expertly dealt with. Reinders. Out to the right. Lewandowski in acres of space out wide. And he walks. And the shot! Loose ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Threads one in, and he's picked it up out wide. Liverpool have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
Substitution on the field. Number
Liverpool
11,
with the corner, they're
Robert
first.
Lewandowski. Number 10, Johan Cruyff.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Japan are looking to go forward now.
Substitution in progress.
Oh, can he get onto this? That is good alertness.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
This looks promising. Totti! Costa Curta cuts out the pass. Beckenbauer. And here's Gerrard. He's looking wide. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Cross from Robertson.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Leicester gets over and intercepts. He is through here. Reinders.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Now that looks a decent ball. Spread neatly. And that was nowhere near his best. Knocks it into space. Ball driven towards... Oh, what a climb! And the keeper has And there goes the final whistle. Japan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved...